ICW, the Pit, first round of the 16-person tournament, 8 matches. All of them were fucking crazy. It's guys like Dan Moff and Reed Bentley and John Wayne Murdoch and Schlack, and there were upsets. There was a great story told, I thought, by J.D. Drake and Nolan Edward. Really compelling. Of course, Reed Bentley and John Wayne Murdoch was super intense, and they used all of these different implements, and that story's wonderful. And Schlack losing to Ruben Steele in a match that really blew me away. Really fantastic. And of course, John Davis advancing, who's just one of my favorite wrestlers in general. And then, you know that, okay, so this show's a happening. And this isn't hype, this isn't hyperbole. Like, people showing up who I'm not even allowed to talk about who were here. Crazy story there. Like, having to delete tweets, like, all this stuff going on. It's very intense. The crowd, at first, was kind of like, they were focused on the show, but they weren't really vocal. And then all of a sudden, boom, right moment happens, and then it's a whole different animal. The Pit is a different kind of thing, right? Got the cage, but they're like right on the floor, just a thin bit of padding. So it's just a different feel. A lot of grappling, a lot of choking out, and that kind of thing. And it's what's crazy is it's 10 o'clock right now. So the show ran just about 2 hours, which means in a couple of hours, it'll be midnight. And then we're going to have the format for the eight matches because of the winners, right? Or no, dummy. So 8 winners, so that makes 4 matches. Then we'll have 2 more matches, and then we'll have our finals. But more than that, I've been told that there's going to be at least one other match that isn't a tournament match that I'm very excited to see. In fact, there's some of the participants. Really do yourself a favor and watch on IWTV. You can hear the excitement still. There's a buzz going on. I got to have lunch today after the really successful Action and Southern Underground Pro show. I thought it went off really well. I talked about it in the other journal. I had lunch with Dan and Tank and Jeff, and then got great news for Tank and Dan, and it's just so much, man, and the appreciation that certain people showed me for sticking around and cleaning up on myself last night. I didn't do it for the praise. I just did it because I just wanted to respect this venue and I wanted to contribute any way that I could, whether that's tweeting stuff, Facebooking stuff, running around, getting what they need. Like Matt Griffin asked me to do sort of like minor stuff during that show. Like, I'm happy to do it. I just wanted to be here and be a part of it and make a little bit of a difference. And I think that I have. And people are responding really well to these WrestleMania Week War journals. This is number 9. After the next show, that'll be 10. And then we're just going to have to see where it goes on Saturday. The one thing I haven't gotten to do is rest. And I know I need it. It reminds me of when I got married. And at the wedding, people were just like, nobody ever gets to eat, and they always wish they did. And I made it a point to eat because I'd always heard that. Now, I'm 49 years old, and the smart thing is you got to get rest because I only got a few hours last night. And by a few, I don't mean that many. And, man, it's bonkers. If you're getting the impression that I'm making the most out of this week, you're absolutely right. I was invited once again to the Effie's Big Gay Brunch show, but I find it starts at 11, and I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. It just depends on what the schedule is like here tomorrow, because here is my priority in 81 Bay, and then obviously being at the Farewell to the Pawn Shop show tomorrow night. And the stories that are going to come out of that are amazing. But I see Casey Kirk. and it's her 30th birthday, and I got her a present. So I'm going to go give it to her and say what's up to her husband. And boy, and I'll be journaling again in about 4 hours. But really, take a look at, if you haven't joined me on Twitter yet, go ahead and do so. Stephen Platinum, real easy to find me. I'm putting up tweets a mile a minute during the shows, really trying to give people a flavor of what they're seeing, flavor of what they're missing, the sort of seriousness of some of the stories, the humor that comes about as a result of it, and all the things in between. It's all about emotion, and right now, definitely feeling it, and it's definitely great. I'll see you later.